Look at the driveway moving, huh? Well, I don't know if you can see it. Rain on the windshield. It's just a real light drip. I wanted to get that big patio done today, this being Friday. Then we could tint the border tomorrow, seal Sunday. Then we start the week off somewhere else. That's not going to work for us today. Rain is moving in heavy at times this afternoon, just a light shower now. So we came back over this project. We got the rest of our answers, and it really got quite simple. All we have to do is this connector pad. I made the repair down at this road. I'll show you that as soon as we get there. And then one more thing over here. Okay, so all we have to do is complete this driveway to this new garage. A little bit steep here, almost level up there. So I always worry about concrete getting underneath here locked in. So we run our expansion away like that, and we just fill that little gap in and try and keep that separate so this can move ever so slightly when it needs to in the winter time. Okay, concrete's due any minute. Rain is picking up. Boy, am I glad we're not doing a 10-yard patio with a decorative edge. Okay, that's what it's supposed to look like. This one got all cracked up. Through construction, the big trucks kept running right over this corner. If this cut was closer to the corner where we typically put them, then no repair would have been needed. And there was no rebar in there. So I have a couple coming on the truck, and we'll maybe put a little bit bigger rebar in. I did drill it and pin it together. I don't want cars hitting this and having it rock and come apart there. So we're wedged against the street real nice, pinned in, and it's a nice bigger repair than just cutting the corner off and hoping that corner stays there. Mixer's due in a minute. Rain is picking up. I'm getting happier. We're working in the rain, but on an easy project. Okay, today's riddle is coming up. Okay, I couldn't get to the camera. We just dumped it out. Guys are floating it. I think we're pretty close. Bard's gonna go spin around. Now he's coming in this way. Hopefully we don't break that side. Looks like a lot of traffic's been running over that anyways. This mixer, I only had 4.5 yards. So it's better than a 10-yard mixer we were pulling in the other day. I think we're right on the money, guys. All right, we'll get this plastic opened up and protect this while we go pour the rest. Okay, here comes Tarp. He went and spun around. Just give him as much room as I can. Right up in there. Oh, look at the driveway moving, huh? Okay, one more time and we're home free. To make things worse, there's no gutters, so it's running right off the shingles, drip line right into concrete. So it's coming down a little bit heavier right here versus right here. I'm not getting any rain, but it's coming back all day long. So we'll leave this tent up until the concrete is nice and protected. We don't want one raindrop hitting that. I missed the pour around back. It was just a 5x5. When I say we, I mean Steve and Matt, wheelbarrowed the concrete around here, just dumped it into this pad. Ryan's a straight edge man. Make sure that stone gets cleaned off there.
Wait till it dries, or what's our good?
Where'd you guys put the expansion? Tight to the stone?
Yeah, that's Jim's side. I wasn't really paying too much attention over there, but he was messing with it. There's something over there.
Okay.
I don't know why it's so low though.
No, we're okay.
The expansion was low.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, concrete setting up nicely, and the rain is holding off. We went ahead and moved that expansion joint tight to the stone to match the other side. Nothing on that side. Over here, we put expansion joints in, just following the design of the turnaround. Cut them in half and just pound them down. Pads are smaller, they're all still tied together, but if something needs to move, now they can. They'll flex a little bit, snap right underneath the joint, nobody will ever know it. No movement, no separation. All right, drip's okay. Okay. Did I show you this once we got it all done? I like our border. We'll take a grinder. Well, it's good we're here. We'll take a grinder and put a little cut right there on each post. And even though it's getting covered with stone, like those columns, a little hairline grinder mark there will help it crack where we want it to. Okay. Not too much to talk about. That's it for right now. Rain is picking back up a little bit. No problem under here. Where we finished pouring, I got that broomed. Where we started pouring, it's a little bit soft yet. Stays in the truck a little bit longer, builds up heat. Getting some nice finish edge marks on here. I'll show you when we're done. Okay, Ryan and I stuck around. It's Friday. Oh, what is it? It's like 10:30 in the morning. Not anything else going on today. It's raining pretty good now. With no gutters on, I just want to babysit this a little bit. Once it's hard, we're going to lower the plastic down, weight it down, and leave it that way for tonight, just to protect it. Right now, no rain has hit the concrete. We're nice and safe. This job is done and off the list. Monday we can head somewhere else. I got a little story for you I think you might like. We're in an area where there's a lot of good contractors. There's a handful of not so good contractors and that take advantage of people, and things happen and they don't do what they say they're going to do. So maybe you've been subject to that and have some experience with it. So 5 years ago, we were called in to do a project that somebody else had started. The homeowner gave them X amount of dollars, a lot, like several $1,000s. The guy came in, parked his machine right in his front yard, and this is like a golf course front yard. Like, I'm just painting a picture for you, like a high-end house. He brought his machine in, parked it right in the front yard, dug out the back patio, made a huge mess, put some forms down, took his several $1,000 starter check, and never came back. Months and months went by, and the guy would not come, just excuse after excuse. So finally the homeowner, after about a year, called us, told me the story, and actually a friend of mine called me and said, hey, would you help my friend out? And then the homeowner, so long story short, the homeowner tells me the story. So we come in and we don't use any of the guy's forms. We redo the job, we pour it, and everything seems to go pretty good. That was about 5 years ago. So last night I had a meeting with him. He wants to extend the patio. And that's our number one complaint. Oh, I wish I would have made the patio bigger. So there we are back 5 years later. And we need to, they're changing the deck. So now we just need to add like a 14 by 14 addition to the patio. So here's the good part. I'm just telling you the story leading up to the good story. So I said to the homeowner, hey, how did it ever end up with you and the old contractor that burnt you for the money? He said, oh, funny story. So he went to a couple different levels of the law, but where he got the best result, he went to his local law enforcement, and I don't want to say what township, just his local township police department, and filed a fraud complaint against this particular contractor. And the police said, we're not going to do anything, but whenever he gets pulled over for a traffic ticket, this will pop up and we'll arrest him. And he said it took about 2 years and a check showed up at his house. And that is exactly what happened. The guy, in violation of a traffic, moving violation or whatever, got him pulled over. I don't know if it was inspection or running a red light or speeding. I don't know what, it doesn't matter. But as soon as the police got him for something, that flag popped up. They arrested him and said, if you want out of jail, you have to satisfy this fraud complaint. And the homeowner got his money back. So as long as you can prove it's fraud, I guess you can get your money back. And I hear these stories all the time. So maybe that helps you. If you have that going on. We see it once in a while from homeowners, but in this area, all of my friends in business are kind of stand-up people, try to do the best they can. And I'm not saying it's not there, but I think it's to a minimum. So send me a comment back if have you ever been participating in a scam like that, or a fraud case, or just, something you had to take legal action on. I look forward to those comments. So I just wanted to share this story because today, not too much going on, and Emily can put this video out. All right, talk to you later. Concrete's good. Plastic's been off about 30 seconds. You can see this is what I'm talking about right here. That'll drip all night, and we'll come in tomorrow. There'll be a hole drilled right in the concrete. We're going to cover this all up right now, and that's how we'll leave it for tonight. Okay, that's how we're going to leave that. That was the easy one. Let's go get the bottom of the street cleaned up. Okay, that's how we're going to leave that triangle piece. Starting to rain again. Whew. We got these chunks. I'll throw a couple tie-down straps across it. We'll get this home and pitch it. All right, everybody, that wraps up this project. I'll see you Monday morning. Don't be late. Look at this truck. Okay. Rained outside, so that got me back in the shop here earlier. I put a test on this battery, and it's holding good. 500 CCAs, cold cranking amps. Whenever I push the button to start it, 1 second. Listen. Half a turn and it kicks out. So everybody's saying it's a bad starter, and I tend to agree. If I throw a battery charger on that, or when the machine is warm, it starts. So rather than take this apart and change that starter that's way down in there, I went down and got a little bit bigger battery, 500 ccas, 690 ccas. Let's see if that makes a difference. $200, 10 minutes, or did I waste 200 bucks? Let's find out. Okay, it felt like the terminals were a little bit bigger. I had to pry them apart to get them on. Let's see. I don't think it's going to work. I'm just hopeful. Keep your fingers crossed. I don't want to have to tear this apart right now. I'd rather do it in the wintertime. Ripping it apart. Son of a gun. Okay, well, it was worth a try. Okay, something interesting. I feel like I'm following somebody's footsteps that was in here looking for something, possibly this situation that I'm dealing with right now. I have two different size nuts on the muffler, so that was taken apart. And then I'm looking at all these color-coded zip ties. That tells me this was taken apart, and that helps the mechanic put them back the way that they go. Sometimes I do them with different colored electrical tape. Zip ties is a good idea. Different colored wire, wrap it around. A number of ways to do it. You can see how everything is marked over here. Yellow, purple, orange. Even over here, there's some red. Marking that. So what were they looking for? Maybe this starter issue, or maybe they had to correct something. So I'm going to get closer to the starter, check the connections on that. But it is tight in there. The starter is visible right underneath there. So if I pull the muffler, I might be able to wiggle my hand right in there. There it is right there. Maybe I'll get my grandson down here with smaller hands and just get him to reach in there and get it. But even if I get it out, or when I get it out, how am I fitting it out of there? I might have to loosen up the motor mounts. That's what they were saying. You may have to move the engine sideways to get it out. So I'll keep plugging along with this. Just wanted to bring you up to speed on that stuff. I'm into this for about 2 hours. Come on. Set you right here, nice and close. Oh my gosh, is that tight? Okay. And there's the starter. 2 hours and I'm at the starter. So I just split the turbo in half, take off the exhaust manifold. Here's the pile of stuff that I have stacked up that I had to take off. Oh my gosh. How much would this cost to take it to the shop and have done? Okay, now it should come out pretty easy. Boy, I hope that's the problem. Okay, just got the last bolt out. Hopefully it fits right up through here. Oh, come on. It'll make it. There we go. Usually these are 2 bolts, much easier to get to. Well, it's 2 bolts, but not quite so easy to get to. All right, I'm going to run it down and get it tested, and probably just get a new one after all this. Yikes. And now I got to get it back together. Okay, just a fun little video. I'll keep you posted. Okay, so I just threw it in the vise, hooked the ground to the side, positive, big screwdriver. Well, that's doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing, and it sounds pretty good. So I'm going to run this down and get it tested like I said. But I thought it could have been something else, and I'm also feeling that way right now. Let's see what they say. Oh boy. Yep. Okay, I just ran the starter over to George's starter and alternator in Newcastle on 422. I took him some other stuff before. He's an ace with that kind of stuff. He knows everything there is to know about it. He looked at it instantly, said, yep, bad drive motor. He showed me the grease coming out. He said the seals are bad, and he spun the gear. He said, look how easy this turns, and then he said you can actually turn it both ways. It's no good. So he put it on his tester and confirmed it. So I left it with him. He's going to rebuild it, and he said it would only take him a day or 2. Well, Mark, you were right. You called it from day one. It's a bad starter. I was hoping it wasn't, because I didn't want to go through tearing that thing out. But it wasn't too bad to get out. 3 hours. Let's see how hard it is to get back in, right? But hopefully that fixes it, and we'll keep moving forward. I'm racing home. I have customers coming over to look at some color choices for concrete, and then it is Friday night, and we're gonna head out to dinner. So have a good weekend, everybody. See you later.